hot, so in case there's kids running around, just make sure that they're mindful of that.
Okay.
Generator exhaust coming down right out there. And then your water heater is going to be right here, and this is the tankless water heater.
That's what I was going to ask you. That is that the DS or the one that's demand?
Yep, on
good.
demand.
That's good. I'm glad to hear that.
Yep. One thing that you will have out here is this is just going to be your main power switch for the water heater.
Yep.
Right now we have this off,
Okay.
just that way it's not trying to light. So one thing I have noticed with this particular model is that if that switch is on, even if you have the interior controls turned off, if you had power disconnected and then re-add power to the camper, it tries to fire up.
Okay.
So I always like to leave that off just until I'm ready to use it.
Sure.
Or at least until there's water in the system, then it doesn't really matter.
Okay.
And if your propane is turned off too, obviously it can't ignite then.
Right.
But yeah, so we always just leave that turned off again until, until we're ready to use it.
Okay.
Pressure relief valve is going to be right down here in the corner, and that'll be pretty standard as any other pressure relief valve on any other water heater. Now, do you do your own winterizing?
I normally do, yes.
Okay. So one thing about the tankless water heaters is that you do not want to blow any compressed air through the system. Blowing compressed air through a tankless water heater does something with the internals, and you can actually mess up the innards of that water heater.
Okay.
So just antifreeze this. You don't want to put any compressed air through there.
Yeah, that's what I normally do. I just usually pump the recreational antifreeze through.
Yep, there you go. And so keep doing it that exact same way, and you'll be all right.
Okay.
Let's close this up here.
Yeah, you can do it.
Let's see, this guy right here. This is going to be where a lot of your water controls and everything are.
Okay.
You do have a battery disconnect, and that is just a red key turnstile disconnect right there on the sidewall.
Okay.
And you see it's got the little lanyard on there, so it's not going to escape from you. It's not going to go missing.
So now it's disconnected, you're saying?
It is disconnected, but because we're still plugged in, that's why we still got all the lights.
Sure, get it. I get it. Okay.
Turn that to reconnect it. If you were to have cable or satellite service at your campground, you could actually disconnect that little saucer in there, run the cables and water hoses and everything up right through there, and connect your cable and satellite right to there. Again, same with the water hoses.
Okay.
Also on this side, as long as we're kind of going down this wall here, you do have your 2 low point drains, blue and red.
That's the low point drains. All right.
Yep, low points are going to be right there. Simple turn petcock valve, super easy to drain. No caps or anything to lose. Okay. So I like having that.
That works.
Then right here you do have the coiled, the pigtail style outside shower hose, and you can put any type of sprayer head attachment.
So it doesn't come with the head?
It doesn't come with a head, but you can fit basically any style because this is a regular garden hose sized fitting. Okay. So any type of sprayer nozzle that you have on there, you can use that. And then again, it is on a little quick disconnect. Sometimes you need to use 2 hands because you got to push the collar in.
Yeah. Pop it out.
There we go.
Right?
Pop it out. So just like that. And then let's see, you can also use this for winterizing.
Okay.
Because you can actually winterize everything right from your winterized port. Okay. Right up there. Now they do have a couple of valves here. If this had the regular, tanked water heater, you would also have a red valve. That would be right there. Right. But because this is the tankless, they do away with that red valve. But they tell you which valve is what color there. And then if you want to power fill your freshwater tank through your city water connection.
What do you mean by power fill?
Where you take the garden hose or your city water connection.
That's what you meant, but just regular city. Okay.
Yep. Then you can go straight to that the city fill connection. Okay. And then it says both the white and the blue valves are pointing down. So you just have the white and the blue valves pointing down, so that way it matches whatever you want to do here. Okay. Let's see, dry camping. So that way you've already filled your tank, and now you want to use the water out of that, and you want to use the water pump.
Right.
So you're going to have this white valve pointing down, and then this blue one horizontally there, just as the diagram.
Okay.
City water, it's going to be the exact same way.
All right.
So, again, it's just a matter of following along. Winterizing, so you want this one like this, and that one like that. And then you would hook up to that winterized valve.
No, you said you can hook this up to this end up to it, right?
Yep, you can hook this end up to it.
And then what would you hook on that end then?
You just put this end into the bucket of antifreeze.
Okay.
And turn on your water pump from
so
inside.
it pumps it then, okay.
Yep, it'll winterize the entire system right through this hose, and you don't got to buy anything extra.
Okay, sounds good. All right, works. That works.
And then, yeah, to flush out the tank, again, just kind of like that. It's just a matter of...
now, flushing, that's flushing the water tank, correct?
Yes, that is going to flush out the black water tank.
The black water tank?
The black water.
That's what I was going to say. It's not the city water.
Nope.
It's the black water. That's what I wanted to know. Okay.
Yep.
And then, of course, you have to still open this up, correct?
That is correct. Yep.
Remember the other two ones? You said there's three. There's the two there, or the one there, and then these two here.
Yep, one there, two there, and then they are labeled black water and gray water tanks. So that does make it pretty easy to follow along.
Okay.
Everything is pretty well labeled.
Okay.
It's just a matter of figuring out what you want to do and then turning the valves accordingly.
Okay.
And then of course you have the light switch just right on top.
Okay. All right. Great. Where do you store the hose? Does that stay in there, or does that go somewhere else?
Yeah, you can have it stored in there. I mean, it's got plenty enough room to fit.
Okay. All right.
And this is on the slam latch lock on there.
Okay.
Battery compartment's going to be right here. And see, it's nice open at the bottom for venting, and then they also do have a top vent for the battery right up here.
Right, okay.
When that compartment's closed. These two larger cables are going to be for your gen set on there, and positive and negative coming from the generator. And these two other cables are going to be just your main battery cables.
Okay.
As you see, you've got a spot for another battery. Some people like to have a separate battery for their generator.
That's what I thought was going to come with one of them.
Yeah, it's standard, unfortunately, that they just come with the one battery.
All right, fair enough.
But it is 24 series battery. I think it's got right around 450 cold cranking amps. So if you were to get another battery and looking for one of equal strength, then you could just kind of read the sticker up on top of that.
Sure.
It just pulls out. The nuts on the top there are going to be a 1/2 inch.
Okay.
And then also kind of right back in this compartment
There's
here.
the leveling system. Yeah.
Yep, your leveling system's going to be right there. And you do have an instruction kind of printout right here, how to use the entire system, even though it's pretty easy. If you want to extend anything, all you got to do is just push.
That's the front, up and down to match the pin, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Now, you can do the same for the rear if you wanted to raise the rear.
Okay.
Left, right. Otherwise, we're going to retract. We're going to go down. So it's just a matter if you want to.
Now, if you hit auto level, it levels all four or all six?
Yep. All you got to do is stand back and watch.
Okay, great. That's good to know. It's good to know.
And that's basically all you have to do. Again, for hooking up, you're going to hit retract, hit the rear, and then that will retract all of your rear jacks.
Oh, so the back and the center ones.
The back and the center ones.
Okay.
That way you can raise and lower the front unhindered.
Okay. Fair enough.
And again, these are hydraulic. So probably the biggest thing is you're going to want to listen for the change in motor.
Yeah, you can tell when she deadheads.
Yep.
And bypasses, yep.
Yep, we're going to wind it down there.
All right, that's simple enough.
Yep, and again, for auto level, all you have to do, we'll just do that. Hit auto level. As long as the lights are blinking on there, that means it's going through its whole thinking process and thinking cycle.
Okay, so now at auto level without the other guy. Oh no, it's going to lower the other ones?
Yep, it's going to go through and lower those, and then the whole process takes about 2 to 3 minutes.
Okay.
Again, all you have to do is stand back and watch. And this system is actually sensitive enough to detect motion inside the camper. So if you got somebody inside walking around, opening up slide rooms and stuff like that, it's going to keep trying to compensate for all the movement going inside.
Okay.
So I like to go through the leveling system before you even go inside.
Okay.